everybody, this is the Daydreamer with Daydreams and Nightmares, and it is time for another contest video. This one is going to be for Longbox Love Affair. It is his 300 subscriber contest. I want to start off by saying congratulations on reaching 300. And Merry Christmas to everybody that's watching as well. It is that time of year, so anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody. Now, on to the questions. By the way, he has some rules. You need to be subbed, you need to be 18 plus, and then he's got 3 different requests. Now, the first 2 requests are going to be familiar territory for those that watch my videos, because these are pretty much the same answers I always give, but it's the truth. It's the answers to the questions. He wants to show off your very first comic book, and I've shown this off in several videos. I'm a kid of the 70s. I grew up in the 70s, and that's when Star Wars came out. And I actually had, I did it in another video, and I can't find it. I had a little magazine book from Star Wars from the year that it came out, and I love to read. And so it was kind of a transition going from that kind of a book into comic books. But year after it had come out, this is 1978, number 14 in the run of Star Wars, is the very first comic book I ever picked up. Now, most of the collecting that I have done over the years, at least in about, say, the 70s when I first got this to about the late 80s, was just kind of what my interests were in, and I didn't have, I wasn't knowledgeable about collecting, to be quite honest. I just picked up what I liked. I wasn't collecting to collect, and I wasn't concerned about preserving quality of the books. I was a reader. I loved to read the books. That's why I picked them up. And actually, the funny thing is that a love of reading books also is what kind of got me into the next question, is what got you started collecting, is when these comic books started to go away from these, for me, when they started going away from these superhero and movie TV based comic books, which were the ones that I was getting, with X-Men and Spider-Man and Hulk and Star Wars and all those that were available during that period of time. When I ran across these books here, and this is the trade paperback version of the first set of these, was these DC Vertigo books by Neil Gaiman, in which these were more adult story oriented, and there were storylines involved. I mean, it was more of a book meant for somebody like me who loved to read, rather than either chasing covers or chasing superheroes that were out at that time. And the first set of books here with Preludes and Nocturnes, which is, I believe, 1 through 8 of the first books of the Sandman series, really got me into reading comic books and wanting to collect them. And so that is where my passion for collecting was at the time. It got me more into, had been reading a lot of and had been picking up the New Mutants, but I got more into the X Factor and X Force and Uncanny X-Men because of that as well as the Amazing Spider-Man and other stories that were out there as well as Sandman and Hellblazer with John Constantine and Swamp Thing, and those. I mean, suddenly my interest in finding out more about comics and getting more comics, collecting comics, started probably with this storyline. And like I said, this is no new news to people that watch my videos. But the next question was, show something that you're proud of. And more specifically, you were also asking that we show something that we're proud of that we probably haven't shown yet on our channel yet. I have been, how about this? I've got a lot of pans in the fire right now. I'm trying to collect a few different runs. I just noticed my police box is upside down and backwards. Anyway. I'm working, this last year on my wish list and my goals were to complete my New Mutants run, and I have done that. Although I have picked up a few annuals and specials and things like that this year that I didn't have, but the 1 through 100 is complete. Now, And I also had on that list my Hellblazer and my Sandman runs that I was working on, and I'm still working on those. But I have also been working on Swamp Thing and Preacher and that from the Vertigo line as well. But I've also started in on my Uncanny X-Men, another X-Men besides the New Mutants to work on as well. So I've got all these different things going on that I'm trying to collect. And these newer books that I've gotten into since the big gap, and I don't know if a lot of people, like I said, I mentioned it a few times, but I have a big gap. About mid 90s, I stopped because I had to start paying back those student loans and, get out into the real world and pay bills. And I just wasn't able to spend the money on comic books. And so I have about a 15-year gap in my collecting because I started collecting again about 2 years ago now. And it didn't really pick up a lot in that period either. Um, from about 2010 to 2017, I would pick up one occasionally. But I started watching YouTube and other YouTubers and got myself back into collecting. They sparked my interest in doing this again. Um, anyway, there are a number of different storylines that I have been working on, and some of the ones, like I said, right now I'm working on, and I have said that I've been working on my X-Men run, and I've had help from other people in the community, and I've won a few things in auctions uh, for my Uncanny X-Men run, and I'm currently working on 150 through 300 as my goal to get all of those particular ones done. Because I know when I go back from 150 down to 101, 100, they're only going to get harder and more expensive to find. Um, anyway, I have been showing off and have uh, been working on that run from 150 to uh, 300, but I do have a few right under the 150 mark that I have picked up that I would say I'm proud of because like it's ones that I'm not going to need to track down from the 100 to 1 or 100 150 when I get to that point when I'm done with the current run I'm working on. Anyway, long story short, I have Uncanny X-Men 149. We have Uncanny X-Men 148 with a Dazzler and Spider-Woman. We have 147, which is the Rogue Storm cover. And one Uncanny X-Men 146, X-Men versus Murder World. And so those are a few that I've actually managed to get under 150. I thought I had a few more. I still got to do some organizing and digging, but I thought I had a couple. But for now, I was happy to pick up these while out looking for my 150 to 300 run. Now the other one that I've been working on is since these all happened in the gap that I wasn't collecting, and really have kind of really enjoyed reading these stories of Laura Kinney, X-23, who's become the new Wolverine, and I've been trying to pick up all the books that I can. I know some like the NYX #3 is like extremely out of my price range, but I was happy. About a month ago, I went into a comic book shop that I had discovered up in the Twin Cities area, and they had a few books from X-23 that I had not seen in any LCSs, because I'm always looking when I go in, and these were three I had never seen before and was very happy to pick them up. I have, and I think this is from the second run of X-23. X-23 number 11, X-23 number 10, and X-23 number 7. And like I said, I'm happy to have picked those up because I had never seen them out out in the wild at a LCS while I was out hunting. Very happy to pick these up and add these to my collection. I'm working, like I said, I'm picking up all these X-23s that I missed out on. I know that when it comes to X23, probably the last one I'll add to my collection is number 3 and number 4 from NYX, but I do have a video. I did manage to pick up 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7 at a steal, and they're all in very good condition from someone on eBay. So that was a great pickup this year as well. But all of these books that I've just shown, I've never shown before either on this channel. Anyway, this is getting a little too long and I'm talking too much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go check out Longbox Love Affair. Check out his channel and his giveaway. I will leave a link in the description down below for Longbox Love Affair's channel and giveaway. And thank you for watching.